Hi. Good to have you back. I'm glad we could squeeze you in before your tech week.
Absolutely happy to be back. Although by the time this episode airs, I will literally be racing around like a
Be
little
in
mouse.
hell.
Yes. But for those of you listening, support the arts. Go see theater.
Yeah.
Do the damn thing.
Live theater, baby.
Always. It's such a good time, too.
Yeah.
And as much as I want to be like, this is going to be hell, I'm actually genuinely so excited about it.
We do it because we love it.
Of course, of course. I know you know this, but like, this is my literal dream show. And I'm so excited to be in my dream show in a dream role and having the best time.
Yeah.
So I'm happy to be here, though.
I'm excited for you.
So.
Okay, so before we get started, I know it's your story this week,
Yes.
but I do want to give a little shout out. I have not told you this yet,
Oh, God.
but I want to give a shout out to to one of my, I guess I'll call him a gaming buddy. I don't know if that counts as if it's a mobile game, but I wanted to shout out Irish from Dark Legions
Incredible.
because he messaged me the other day and said that he and his friend have been listening to us and made a drinking game
Oh, God.
out of how often we say the word incredible.
So it's really just me.
Yeah. I thought you'd appreciate that.
I do, in fact. Honestly, I think it's kind of iconic that I am the subject of a drinking game. That we are the subject of a drinking game.
Hell yeah, brother.
So, Irish, incredible, incredible, incredible.
Take a fucking sip, babe.
I'm so excited. We're starting this one off strong.
Yeah. All right. I don't know what we were doing, so hit me.
Yeah.
What's up?
So, this week is the incredible, I believe it's called the Palmetto State, South Carolina.
I'll take your word for it. I have no
I'm
idea.
95% sure that's the case. I should know. I have family that lives there, but who is to say?
They can complain about it if they listen to this.
Correct. Correct. And they will complain if I get it wrong. Specifically, we are talking about it's a famous legend from Pawley's Island,
Okay.
which is obviously an island, but my grandma actually lives about 20 minutes from this place.
Ooh.
Yeah.
So last time we got Grandma with Butcher Holler,
Literally.
and now we get Polly's Island Grandma.
Actually, and they're two different grandmas, which is crazy.
Well, I would assume so. That's two different states.
Hey, this grandma lived in Kentucky for a while.
Okay.
So it's a good time. So we are talking about South Carolina, specifically Pawley's Island, and we are talking about the story of the gray man.
Oh, okay.
So
I hear about gray ladies often. I've never heard of a gray man.
when I tell you
Diversity.
this research was wild, dog, I mean it.
Would you say that it was incredible?
You know what, Jordan? I would say that it was incredible.
All right. Let's get into it. I'm ready.
So, just a little bit of history about the island.
My favorite part.
I know I have so many little tidbits, some history, and I have a conversion in here in today's money for you.
Yes.
So, just so you're aware.
Yes.
So Pawley's Island, South Carolina, began as a 1700s refuge for wealthy rice planters.
Sorry. The wealthy ones are the ones who needed the refuge?
Apparently.
Is that because people were fighting back and trying to kill them?
You know,
I hope so.
to be quite honest,
I'm sorry. Did you say slave owners or did I just assume slave owners?
You just assumed slave owners. But would you like to know a great fact about this story?
Am I correct?
You are not wrong.
Yay!
So, what started as a summer retreat grew into one of the oldest resort areas on the East Coast, which again can confirm, and is often referred to, and I think this is my favorite thing we've said so far in a story, as arrogantly shabby.
Oh my God. Okay. I'm imagining. Okay, so this is a retreat for people who are just so stressed by being rich, right? I'm imagining arrogantly shabby to have the same connotations as like, oh shoot, what is it? It's like Hamelot de Rien or whatever, the Marie Antoinette's peasant village that she would like cosplay as a peasant in.
Yeah.
That place. That's what I'm imagining.
That's so fair. So all of the pictures that I saw did in fact look arrogantly shabby.
What does that mean?
Well, so it's kind of hard to explain because most of the stuff that I found And from personal experience, it looks like a regular ass beach town.
Oh,
Like
for us
now.
poor people?
Yeah, like
But it's rustic.
for us commoners, it's a regular beach town. So literally like rope hammocks, which they are famous for.
Okay.
Boardwalks and nothing much else but salt and sea and the gray man.
Come to our idyllic little village. We have fishermen's nets you can sit in. We have ocean. We have ghosts.
Literally.
This is all I need in a brochure.
Honestly,
I'm sold.
And I want you to know that all three of those appear in the same photo.
You have a photo of
You
him?
have a photo. I
I
have a
can't
photo
wait.
of the gray man.
Hell yeah.
And the source, this is for Jordan. The source that I got it from is cited, so we can use the photo and give credit to the author.
Yes.
Which is incredible.
Yes, y'all
for
are going to see
Irish
this
listening.
photo.
So I'm so excited about it. So the Gray Man is a famous South Carolina ghost legend, often seen as a spirit in a gray suit, like a full coat and tie.
You might get into this. Do we know the time period of him?
Oh boy, do we.
Okay. I was going to say, like, sometimes you can, like, date a ghost by, like, the style of their clothes.
Oh boy, do we.
Okay.
Yeah. So, often seen as a spirit in a gray coat and tie, on the beach, often warning residents of incoming hurricanes.
Oh.
So, a little flair. This is a good ghost. So, the first known sightings of the Gray Man were around 1822.
Ooh, an oldie.
And it's important to note that in 1822, there was a massive unnamed hurricane. Because this was, like, I'm guessing, before they started
Yeah, before the National
naming.
Weather Service.
Yeah. Which I didn't think about figuring out when the National Weather Service started. I should put more respect on
I don't
her
know
name.
if they're the ones who name them.
I don't know either. But the point is that this was an unnamed hurricane, which is kind of wild for us nowadays.
I feel like that's the time where you just, like you said, the hurricane of 1822.
That's exactly what it's called.
Hey!
It is literally the hurricane of 1822.
Okay, that's her name.
It's also crazy because all of the numbers that I was finding were like, this killed 300 people. And I didn't think about it. I always thought hurricanes killed more people than that.
Well, it depends on
But
where they are.
Right, but I guess with the National Weather Service and current technological advancements, in theory, I mean, if you listen to their warnings and you evacuate, it's more property damage.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But, like, it depends on, like, how densely populated the area that it's going
Right.
to is, if they can evacuate. Like, that was a huge thing with Katrina and why so many people died was they couldn't afford to evacuate.
Right. So, I don't know at this point. The hurricane of 1822 is known as South Carolina's most catastrophic hurricane. And it killed
And
around 300 people.
And South Carolina is, like, pretty north for a hurricane.
Correct.
I remember when, I'm going to sort of dox myself slightly. I'm going to say I lived on the East Coast in Virginia
Yeah.
during Hurricane Isabel.
Okay.
And that one came up north enough where we were out of school for 3 days.
Just like rain.
No, we, like, lost power.
Oh,
And,
crap.
yeah, like, trees got knocked down. It was a
Dang.
very northern hurricane, which was very much an outlier.
Yeah. Damn.
But that doesn't happen regularly.
No. Well, and that's why, like, it's weird to me that 300 was the number, but, like, I mean, it would make sense for a northern hurricane to claim 300 lives and be the most catastrophic
Yeah, for sure.
in the state's history. So, we're just going to remember 1822. Okay? That's important.
It's in the brain.
It's in the brain. We're going to jump ahead a little bit, and I just wanted to tell you that there are specific sightings of the Gray Man before Hurricane Hugo in 1989, Hurricane Florence in 2018, and Hurricane Ian in 2022.
So he's warning people about hurricanes?
He is on the beach warning people about hurricanes.
So sweet.
And so it's generally stated that individuals who have seen him and who have listened to him, their lives and their homes have been spared.
Aw.
Like, and there's a story that, spoiler alert, one of the potential origins of the Gray Man, that the family listened to him and they were spared. So he is generally referred to as a friendly spirit.
We love that.
And often people who see him, so there are people who see the Gray Man, and there are people who see the Gray Man. And the reason I say that like that is because there are just as many sightings of people who say, I've seen the Gray Man, I need to evacuate, as there are people who have seen individuals calling thank yous across the beach. Like, there are specific, like if
you're on the beach at the same time as somebody else who sees him, but
Yes.
you can't see him.
But you're hearing them say thank you, because these individuals who see the gray man are often calling, like, thank you for sparing me, thank you for warning me.
Yeah.
And so there are specific sightings of people who have heard other people expressing gratitude to a seemingly empty beach,
Gotcha.
like, that have seen this man.
Mm-hmm. Imagine you're just like walking on the beach and you pass somebody in there and like you just hear them like yell out, "Oh shit, thanks, brother."
No, literally. And I can only imagine that it's become a point, like, because when we get to the submission, this will become more relevant. But like in my research and in hearing, people in and around Pawley's Island know about the gray man. Like, they know that they're famous for him.
Yeah, if you're on an island, that feels like a pretty
Correct.
excluded population to know about an urban legend.
Right. So I can only imagine that there was some point that, like, you're standing on the beach calling out thank you, and I am like, oh shit, do we need to go?
Yeah, do I need to go?
And you turn around and we're like, yes, we need to go. Also, all of the well-documented sightings of the gray man have been followed in no less than 3 days by a National Weather Service notice to evacuate.
Oh, so he's like beating
He is beating the National Weather Service.
Incredible.
Yeah. Irish. Sorry for this one, dog.
Take a sip. Anyway, sorry.
So the 3 major hurricanes, the gray man beat the National Weather Service by almost 3 days.
Wild.
Yeah. So there are people that this is a thing. There is also a Facebook page that I am currently waiting to join. So if somewhere out there you are the moderator of this Facebook page, please, dear God, let me in.
Can we follow them as the podcast page?
We can. I requested it on my personal Facebook, and I should have, but I put, I'm on a podcast. I'm doing research. Please let me into this Facebook page.
You're gonna dox yourself.
I am gonna dox myself. If you're the moderator of this Facebook page, please let me in. I would love to know. But it's sightings of the gray man. It is a Facebook community, so that, like, if I am on the beach,
Do we know the population? Like, obviously there's tourists.
I
Do
can
we know
look.
the population?
I didn't grab the population.
If there's a resort, I would assume that there's a regular rotation of people coming. But
Yeah. Let's see. Between 110 and 135 residents.
oh, so pretty small.
Yeah.
Okay.
The 2020 census recorded 130 year-round residents, and the 2024 census recorded 134 year-round residents.
Okay.
But those do specifically state year-round residents.
Yeah.
So, so not very many people, but there's a Facebook community that's like, I have seen this man. We should probably go.
Vacation's
mainland.
over.
Literally. And so generally, like, I have never seen, in all of the research that we have done for the podcast and in living just like my normal spooky ooky life, I have never seen a community rally around an urban legend quite like this.
Yeah, that's really cool.
And just kind of be like, nah, dog, that's our sign. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, generally
like
now,
to put that much stock into it.
yes. And most of the residents now, like, again, in the things that I've read, and I looked at things from, like, the University of South Carolina, and, like,
Their local news
their
channel.
local news channel, like, has a significant amount of research. And so I was looking at it, and, like, it is well known that the residents, the year-round residents, are, like, get up and go. And a lot of times, tourists, if a local resident is like, it's just time to get off the island, dip. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I am going down to visit my grandmother soon. And I didn't have plans to go to the island, but now I absolutely do.
You have to.
I will be. And I'm going to exclusively walk the beach.
I mean, hopefully there's not a hurricane coming. So, like,
Correct, yeah.
kind of hope you don't see him just for the sake of everybody on the island.
Right, but then I'd have like 3 days, so it'd be fine.
Okay,
Yes.
but I'm more worried about
No,
like,
I know.
property
I know.
damage.
No, I
People's
do not,
lives.
I do not want there to be a hurricane, but let me into your Facebook page so I can warn you.
I like how that implies that you wouldn't tell a single soul. You would
I would
only
like,
be willing
only
to
if
post
I'm
about
on
it on Facebook.
No, I would tell everyone. I would be the motherfucking Paul Revere of Pawley's Island. The storms are coming.
The gray man is in the window.
He's in the window. Okay, so now that you have a significant amount of backstory into the gray man,
Now give me more.
I am now going to offer you more, because obviously with ghosts and with spirits, there's not often a specific point of origin, but
Like sometimes even when there is, like I'm thinking about when you did the Utah theater and we had a specific backstory,
like, this dude,
and then still the employees call them by a different name.
yes.
So
And we're like, what? You know, put as much faith in that as you can.
yeah.
But there are 3 significant through lines, I will say, for how the gray man could have come about.
Okay.
So, the first one is affectionately referred to as the fiancé story.
Oh.
So, and this one is the most common, which is why I put it first. So, this story involves a young man in 1822, which you might be remembering.
The big old storm.
The big old hurricane, who was traveling to Pawley's Island to marry his fiancée. Traveling on horseback, he decided to take a shortcut through the marsh, which
I've seen The Woman in Black. You shouldn't do that.
should not do that, which it's stated that he fell into quicksand, but
I've seen The Woman in Black.
they're calling, so the other word that I found for this, it was also pluff mud.
Pluff?
Pluff, Pluff, which apparently is just really, really wet, but still somehow grainy junk. So
Okay.
apparently the horse fell over and could not get unstuck, and the 2 of them died.
This is, I know I keep just calling out media, but this is making me think of Never Ending Story.
Not literally.
The horse.
Literally. I sat here and I was like, what's
Pluff.
going
What was
on?
the name of that? The Marsh of Sadness or some shit?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, no, literally, everything about this was like, this is
Imagine if it was
vaguely
called
familiar.
Pluff. You would think that they made that up.
Literally. I think they made it up now.
Yeah, that's some southern U.S. shit.
I know, right?
He went and drowned in the Pluff.
Pluff. So,
Okay. Well, that's sad.
yeah, no, it was terrible. Mostly for the horse.
Okay, well,
I'm kidding.
For
I'm
both.
kidding. For both. It
and
was,
the fiance.
It was very sad. Speaking of the fiance, I'm glad you mentioned. Devastated by the news of her lover's death, she started taking regular walks down the beach.
As you do.
As you do when you're
Depressed.
the fiance has died, and when will my fiance return from war? Never. So she starts taking regular walks along the beach and walks the same route every day. One day, on her route, she encounters a man with the face of her lover. Immediately, she's said to have recognized this man, and she runs straight up to him because she knows her fiance is dead. She starts questioning him. Like, who are you? Do you have any relation to this man? Like,
Yeah.
all of the, what I can only assume are the most appropriate questions if you think that your, fiance has died and then all of a sudden he's standing in front of you.
Yeah.
This gray, shadowy figure.
Oh, so he didn't look like a real person. He looked like a
He looked
gray
a gray, shadowy
version.
figure with the face of her husband, or with the face of her fiance.
Yeah.
So she questions him. She's like freaking out, like begging for answers. And all he can do is warn her to leave the island. That is it. And then at one point, and this is where the wording is kind of funky.
Yeah.
Because some people say that she says, I love you, thinking that he is her fiance.
Yeah.
And in grief, that she says, I love you, he says, leave here, and vanishes.
Oh.
Which, the first time I researched this, when I was like figuring it out, I was like, I was trying to like sniffle, I was like, that's so sad, dog. So after he vanishes,
Like, to get one chance to see the woman that you love again, and the only thing you can do is try to save her life.
right, like how sweet.
But, like, you can't say goodbye or that you love her either.
No, he just says leave.
That's so sad.
I know, right? And I think this is my favorite origin story because you know me.
It's so cinematic.
I am a romantic at heart. Like, this fucking morning I was talking about romanticizing planes, okay? Like airplane, like air travel. I was like, I was like, dog, isn't the concept of a plane just so romantic? They were like, no. No, it is not. So this one is my favorite of the origin stories.
So do we know if she left?
So, completely in shock and in absolute tears, she races home to her family and she says, hey, I just saw this guy. He looks like my fiance. We need to leave. Mm-hmm. Her family heeds his warning and they pack their things and they head to the mainland. And then the timing is kind of weird, but the source that I found said a day later, a powerful hurricane came through and destroyed every home on the island except for hers.
Like the 1822 hurricane.
The 1822 hurricane.
Wow. I almost wonder if that, like, if anybody in her family was like, man, we could have stayed. Our house was fine.
Could you imagine?
Like, you know, like,
yeah.
Like your great uncle's going to be the one.
Why did we do that? It was fine.
Wait,
the storm didn't hit him anyway. Yeah, literally. So,
but that's sweet.
It is. So that is the first origin story.
Okay.
The second one.
I think I've decided it's my favorite as well. We'll see though.
Yeah, we will see. I don't think you will like the third one, but I think that one might be your favorite.
Oh.
So.
Okay, I'm interested to see what that's going to say about me when we get there.
We can cut it out if it's really bad.
Okay.
So, the second origin story is often referred to as the soldier story.
Okay.
This one, there is significantly less information about. Mm-hmm. It's kind of like, this is what happened and this is who it is.
Yeah.
So.
More urban legendy.
Correct,
kind of.
yeah. So, the soldier is said to be a young man returning home from the Civil War to warn his family of a storm.
Okay.
Like.
So, not 1822.
Not 1822.
Do we know if there are any official sightings of the Gray Man pre-Civil War?
I could not find any.
Or is it just that, like, most people say that he originates from 1822? So that's what we say.
So other than, the fiancé story, there are no, like, photos or written accounts that I could find chronicling him before the Civil War.
Okay. So either origin could be true.
Both could potentially be true.
Okay.
So the legend says that he was not able to make it all the way home, mm-hmm. and that he passed away in a major storm.
Gotcha.
Just outside in the elements.
Do we know if there was a major hurricane?
In, like, right after 65?
Yeah. Or in however long it took him
to get home.
Yeah,
well,
like 66
so
maybe,
everything I saw was middle of the Civil War.
Okay. Just find a Wikipedia article of large hurricanes in South Carolina.
So a tropical storm moved through the area in 59.
Okay.
But the next official hurricane was in June of 67.
Okay, that's so feasible.
Technically,
depending.
yes. I mean, if he was coming home after the Civil War,
yeah,
then yes.
And he might have had to finish his term.
Correct. I can't imagine he could just like leave.
Yeah, like they didn't just send every soldier home.
It was like,
as soon as
the
they
big
were
storm.
Yeah,
gotta go home. Literally. So a Category 1 hurricane made landfall to the east of Charleston.
Okay.
So that technically, yes, would have made sense for where Pawley's Island is in relation to Charleston.
Okay.
At least in my
this is
vague geographic knowledge of the area.
As far as we can tell, this is as feasible as drowning in the Pluff
marsh.
The Pluff?
The Pluff mud. Yeah, literally. Just as feasible, which is crazy to me. But yeah, so that he succumbed to the elements outside in what is potentially a Category 1 hurricane.
Now, on Pawley's Island or like on the mainland? And he's from Pawley's Island,
I have there's
no idea? Okay.
Yeah, just a soldier returning. I would assume, and say what you want, but I would assume that because the Gray Man is only seen walking the beach on Pawley's Island, I would assume that he passed away on Pawley's Island. Mm-hmm. Because
or maybe somebody from the Red family there that they want to protect.
Maybe, yeah. So like residual hauntings would be my thought there.
Okay.
So that is the second origin. Significantly less fun than the first.
Well, do we know which side he was on?
No.
Okay.
So,
statistically, but I'll leave it there.
Yeah, statistically, but potentially.
Helping people out now,
Yeah.
So
maybe that's his penance. Maybe if he was on the wrong side, he was like, I gotta fix that.
And, I'm not going to make a full generalization, so it could go either way.
Great. Incredible.
Hit me with that third one. Psychoanalyze me.
Incredible. So, the third one. I think this one is just going to be your favorite because of the history.
Okay.
So, the third one is the story of the planter.
Oh, this feels like Soldier, Poet, King, but it's fiance, soldier, and planter.
Literally. Okay, so again, the island began as a refuge for wealthy rice planters. Mm-hmm. So this is the story of Plowden Charles Jenneret Weston. Plowden Charles
Jenneret?
I'm going to spell it for you.
Please.
Jeanerette.
Jenneret? John Retta?
I would not say Jeanretta.
Jeanretta. I don't know.
Bless you.
But let's go back to Plowden.
Plowden.
That has the same vibes as Charles Dickens having a son named, what was his name? Fucking Plump? No. Hang on.
Plump? I'm sorry. Excuse me, Mitch.
Hang on. Pause.
Plump. I'm actually can't get past that. Plump.
I'm sorry. No. So his given name, Charles Dickens' son, we are so off the rails right now.
No, I'm here.
Charles Dickens had 10 children, and his final 10th child, his full given name was Edward Bulwer Lytton Dickens, but what everybody called him was Plorn.
The internet is for Plorn. You know, that song from Avenue Q.
So Plorn has the same vibe as
Plorn and Plowden.
Plowden.
That's what I'm going to name my first two twins.
What in the...
Plorn and Plowden.
What were people on back then?
Rice.
That's not a name found in the Bible.
I was going to say neither is Jordan, but I would in fact be very wrong.
You would be very wrong about that.
Plorn. Okay.
Plowden. Jeanrette or something. What?
Something. What? Don't forget Charles. Plowden Charles is in there.
Yeah, okay, Charles. Maybe he went by Charles for his own sake.
Oh, no, he went by Plowden.
Oh, my God. Okay.
So, the spirit of Plowden Weston.
Mr. Weston.
Plowden Weston. I want you to know that I'm about to tell you so many crazy things, except that he is credited with being the 19th century owner of the Pelican Inn.
I know that name.
It's not relevant ever again.
Oh, okay.
Not in this context, anyway.
I feel like that's what he's heard of the Pelican Inn.
100%. So, Weston was born in London, which is why, in fact, he is called Plowden.
Which is why he's got some weird fucking names.
Yeah.
Okay. They don't name their children after Bibles in there.
No. So, he was born in London in 1821 and migrated to the United States at a young age. There was no exact date, but he missed the 1822 hurricane.
Mm-hmm. Presumably.
His father purchased the Laurel Hill plantation in Beaufort, South Carolina.
Okay.
And that is where Weston spent most of his childhood years. At 12, he returned to England to attend the Harrow School, which was a private school for boys. Mm-hmm. And he was often referred to as a tattletale.
Snitch.
Literally a snitch, which is relevant later. And most of his, I'm going to call it a write-up, which would be like what our equivalency is.
Yeah.
Most of his like incidents were him trying to warn other people. Or like, we're trying to be like, this wasn't right. Let me tell on you. So, which is relevant later. So
a little do-gooder.
He then attended the University of Cambridge. And in 1847, Weston married an English woman and returned to the United States.
Okay.
So we're back. As a wedding gift, Weston received the Hagley plantation, immediately became one of the wealthiest men in South Carolina, and one of the largest slaveholders.
Mm-hmm. Which is, like, you know, I know greedy people are greedy people around the world. But there is something to be said about how interesting, like, I understand that his family, while he was at school, his family was still in America.
Yes.
And that he presumably spent some formative years before the age of 12 in America.
He did.
But it's interesting to me to go over and grow up in England and then come back because, like, it's a point of pride for a lot of European people that, like, well, we knew slavery was bad.
Right.
So, like, that's interesting to me.
And with what I would assume is a degree from the University of Cambridge, a
Yeah.
well-educated man. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know. I thought it was odd too, but you'll do crazy things for love, I guess.
For money?
Well, I mean, the point is that he married an English woman and moved back to the U.S.
That I get, but the slave owner.
No, I agree. But I'm saying, like,
Especially as somebody who grew up as a not self-proclaimed, I'm the one who proclaimed him that, but as a do-gooder.
right.
To then be like,
I'm going to own slaves.
Yeah, I'm fine being rich off the backs of people who have no
Correct.
rights. Interesting. Okay.
Yeah. There's a line, and not to keep calling out media, but there's a line in Burnt Part Boys where he says, I keep paying for dreams I can't afford myself. And it's like, I just think about it a lot. So, like, in regards to slavery specifically.
People, like, you can't live within your means, and so you're living off of other people.
Yeah. And on the converse side, like, the slaves themselves are working and cooking and cleaning and dying for these other people, for these white people. And so it's like, maybe they want to keep a house, maybe they want to cook for their own family, but they can't afford, they're paying for dreams they can't afford for themselves. So, and it's just crazy.
You know what's crazy? How many stories we get into about slavery?
You know, I was
Welcome to
just thinking
American
about
history.
that. But I think there's something to be said that a lot of hauntings
No, yeah, this
like
is
potentially come out of slavery.
This is America's history.
Yeah. And I feel like it's better to, unfortunately, if we keep saying the same thing, but it is just as important to tell the story. Yeah. And as a white person, I fully understand this is not my story to tell, but
But also,
you have to share that.
Happy Black History Month.
Correct. Happy Black History Month.
This will be our first episode in February.
Incredible. So, yeah. So, I mean, it is important that, I do know we get into a lot of slavery conversations, but, you know, I think it's important that story gets told in any way, shape, and form, but also listen to Black content creators. And
I want to bring back the energy of House of Wills. That was
Correct.
fun.
Yes.
I gotta find another story that had that energy.
I'm assuming that's going to be few and far between.
Not history-wise, but maybe with regards to ghosts, yeah.
Hopefully. So, back to Plowden.
Yeah, how could we forget Plowden?
Yeah, literally. In 1862, he was elected as Lieutenant Governor of South Carolina.
Oh my god, okay.
So,
That's what happens when you're one of the richest men in the state.
rich white men in power? Whoa. Who would have thought?
My, how the times have changed.
Who would have thunk it? But I will also say that he died in office at the age of 42. So 2 years later, in 1964, Plowden dies in office.
Sounds like he could have used a little bit of a retreat on Pawley's Island. To give his heart a little break from all the stress.
Correct. So he died in office at the age of 42 in 1864, and his cause of death was tuberculosis, which we have also talked about significantly on this podcast.
He really could have used some time on the island with some fresh air.
100%.
Rip.
So at the time of his death, he owned 185 slaves, and his estate was valued at approximately $500,000. That was in 1864.
In 1864 money.
In 1864 money, it was $500,000. In 2023 money, it was adjusted for inflation to $10 million.
Jesus Christ. This is going to sound horrible, but I don't know a better way to put it. I would think that
185 people were worth more than $10 million.
No, I was going to say the opposite, to be honest. I'm surprised that 185 people would be worth 10 million.
Well,
because you hear stories about people who own like 200, 300,
yeah,
whatever. And I feel like I don't know if I've heard of somebody else who had farmland worth 10 million.
Yeah. Well, at this point, it was the Hagley plantation.
Mm-hmm. Is it rice that they're doing still?
I believe so. I believe it was rice. So part of me is like 185 people and the estate.
Uh-huh. And I don't know, maybe rice was just worth a lot more than cotton back then. I don't know.
Maybe. I don't know. But at that point, it was in 2023, it would have been $10 million.
Wow. Okay.
Which is insane.
Yeah.
So as of right now, I'm starting to think that Plowden was a pretty shit guy.
Yeah.
right?
I'm getting mixed signals.
Correct. I'm about to mix them up even more.
Great.
So it was often said that Plowden warned his neighbors of the risks of war. So that tattletale do-gooder
Yeah.
coming back into the fringe there.
Well, that feels like common sense.
Well, yes.
War bad.
War bad. And then he eventually did serve for the state of South Carolina. Mm-hmm. So this was obviously before his time as lieutenant governor. So he's warning people about the upcoming Civil War. Mm-hmm. And so the time he spent as a do-gooder and like tattletaling, whatever you want to call it. Snitch.
As a former snitch myself.
He spent time warning his neighbors. So at that point, he then did go on to serve. Mm-hmm. But right before he was elected lieutenant governor. Mm-hmm. So in theory, he served in the first part of the Civil War.
Okay.
And he is said to have perished near the water and is now roaming the beach, warning people of the dangers of storms.
So do we know if he has a connection to Pawley's Island?
So the Pelican Inn, I believe, is on Pawley's Island. And I believe that is where the connection to, like, Pawley's Island happened. Mm-hmm. Yes, so the Pelican Inn is on Pawley's Island.
Okay.
Oh, sorry. The Pelican Inn was known as his summer residence.
Oh.
So, but as the owner of the Pelican Inn, before it was the inn, that was his summer home. Mm-hmm. And so that is his connection to Pawley's Island.
Gotcha.
And it is said that he perished on the water of Pawley's Island.
So he was trying to fresh air tuberculosis
Potentially,
himself.
yeah.
And just failed.
And just died.
That's not medicine.
Yes. I mean, in 1864 it might have been, but they said, go outside, take a walk.
Back when it was still consumption.
Yes, salt and sea. So that is the reason that people believe that Plowden is the gray man.
I love that we're just calling him by his first name with no respect.
Would you respect him?
Plowden.
Plowden. Plorn.
Poor Plorn.
So yeah. So that is the story of the gray man who warns people of hurricanes.
Wow. Do you know when the last sighting of him was? You said that the 22 hurricane.
The last major was Hurricane Ian in 2022. Uh-huh. But I'm assuming that there are small little, like, I saw him, mm-hmm. You know, here, there, and everywhere. But the last major sighting was written to be right before Hurricane Ian.
And when was this picture that you found of him? When did that happen?
That is a great question.
Who took this picture and when?
So we're not going to the picture first.
Okay.
So the first thing is the most recent sighting.
Okay.
So technically, the most recent sighting was not before a hurricane, but before a tropical storm, which, for those of you who don't know, hurricanes get upgraded and downgraded. At one point, Idalia in 2023, in August, was classified as a hurricane and then got downgraded to a tropical storm. Mm-hmm. But there is a video that captured a gray, shadowy figure on the beach on Pawley's Island.
Okay, a video.
Mm-hmm. I cannot find the video. I have looked.
It's probably in the Facebook group.
I guarantee it is. But I will show you a video from 2022.
Okay.
That is crazy business. I will also show you the photo.
Oh, so we have a video and a photo.
So,
do you know the backstory of the photo?
I do know the backstory of the photo.
Okay.
I also know the backstory of the video because it comes from their Channel 4 news.
Ooh.
So, not to be like, I mean, it is someone's like iPhone camera video, but the news did like a whole thing on it.
Yeah.
So, Idalia in 2023. And then before that, obviously Hurricane Ian, there was a photo taken. And then in September of 2018.
Wait, what year was Ian?
22.
Okay.
So we have 23 and 22.
Okay.
So the story, the ABC4 News, which is where this video is, was originally written in 2022.
Okay.
And the author updated it in 2023 to include this video.
Gotcha.
But the video that I'm showing you is currently available on the ABC4 News channel for this story.
Okay.
But the original story, which is just the grandstand's most famous ghost turns 200, was in 22.
Okay. So is that the name of the article people can look up?
Yes. The Gray Man, grandstand's most famous ghost turns 200.
Okay.
Is the ABC Channel 4 article.
Okay.
That includes this video. So I am going to show Jordan the video for the first time.
Let's get my live reaction here. Yeah, full screen that bitch. Hello.
Okay, if you haven't seen this today, you haven't been online. If you're not from this area or
Is
maybe
that it?
recently moved here,
Oh! Oh, shit! I thought it was that big thing in the middle.
No!
That's a dude!
image here. Litchfield Beach at Pawley's Island is
Oh my god. Like, that's fully the shape of a human.
That is the shape of a human. So the photo that they're referencing is right here.
That's wild. And he even looks like he's wearing a hat.
I know. Yeah. So that is not the photo I'm about to show you.
Okay.
But that is the channel
Still
4.
an insane photo.
Correct. That is the channel 4. Now, I mentioned that there was a pretty famous sighting before Hurricane Ian. Mm-hmm. And the photo that I'm about to show you is the photo that I think we will post.
Okay.
So I'm going to go ahead and give credit to one of the residents of Pawley's Island. Latricia Graham took this photo. This photo is mentioned in an article from the University of South Carolina.
Okay.
That's where they stated that the gray man often beats the National Weather Service by 3 days. Mm-hmm. Like, this is actual university research. Mm-hmm. But they credit Latricia with this photo.
Okay.
And I want you to know that I got chills the first time I saw this.
I'm so ready.
I'm just going to set the scene for you and for our listeners before they see the photo. Mm-hmm. You know how when it's raining really hard and you can see something, but you can see the rain in front and behind the thing?
Yeah.
This photo is that. And I don't know how to explain it. You can physically see the storm. And
okay,
you're going to understand as soon as I turn the laptop around, I swear. Uh-huh. But you can physically see the storm. And even there are some plants in the photo, you can see that, like, they're being affected by the weather.
Yeah. And
this person is almost opaque. So, are you ready?
Mm-hmm. Ooh. Ooh.
Do you see what I mean, though? Like, you can see the rain. You can see the storm.
I feel like... Can you zoom in a little bit more?
The, like, plants.
I feel like I can almost see the shore, but behind it, like, through him.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. The line right there.
And you can, like, it's far away and kind of blurry, but, like, he's defined enough that, like, you can see the gap between his legs.
Yes. That's a dude.
That's a dude. Yeah, like, you can see his
that is the gray
sleeves.
man.
Yeah. That's an aptly named ghost.
Yes. Literally.
That do be a gray man.
Literally.
Wild. Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay. Thank you, Latricia.
Thank you, Latricia. Yeah. So the University of South Carolina, that article is also from 2022 because there was a significant amount of research that came out of the ghost turning 200.
Gotcha. Yeah.
So that's why all of these articles came out in 22.
Do you think if Latricia had gone down to the beach, like, do you think they just stared at each other until she was like, okay, thanks? Or, like, do you think if she had gone down to the beach, he would have spoken to her like the original and been like, so, you need to leave?
That's what I was going to say. Because I personally subscribe to the first origin story.
Yeah.
I think that right now people who see him know that he is an omen and know that they need to leave. Mm-hmm. But I think, so say Latricia didn't know what he meant.
Yeah.
Or what it was. And she went down, or they went down, I'm not going to assume their gender, and they went down to the beach. I would like to think that he would have spoken to them and been like, you need to leave.
Yeah. Knowing what you know now, if you were standing there,
50, and I fully will be,
50 feet away, and you saw the gray man staring at you, would you just be like, okay, thank you, sir?
No, I would absolutely,
or would
knowing
you
what
go
I know
up?
now, I would race to him. I would pull out my iPhone, I would start recording, and you would just hear my fat ass running down the beach. You'd hear me panting.
And this is exactly why he's not going to show himself to you.
Literally. I would be like...
That's a little too eager.
I would be like, what do you mean? What do you mean?
Speak to me.
Speak to me.
Plowden, is that you?
Literally. Also, I did confirm it is the Palmetto State.
Okay, good.
So.
You'll get hounded by your relatives.
I will. Yeah.
Wow. Well, thank you.
That is the story of the gray man. And I would like to tell you that the next story is going to be better, but it's not.
Yippee.
Jeez Louise. How do you feel?
I mean, like, I'm not creeped out, you know? Like, that's pretty cool. I hope it's the first one and not the third one.
Yeah.
Because, like, that's too many mixed signals from one guy that we can't be like, hey,
yeah,
what's going on, man?
What's happening here?
But no, A, that's really cool that like so many people put stock into it. And B, love that we finally have one that has not one, but 2 pictures.
Yes. And there are so many more photos. Mm-hmm. Some of them are super grainy, super blurry.
We have to get into that Facebook page.
I am trying my damnedest to get into this Facebook page. And I, like, even at one point it was like, where do you live? And I put in my relative's address to be like, I live close. Let me see.
I'm going to visit.
I'm going to be there. Yeah. So it's one of those things, but there are dozens of photos.
Wild.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
It's crazy.
Wow.
So I'm really enjoying this. I'm having a great time. Also, I do think it is the National Weather Service that names hurricanes, that names tropical storms.
Yeah, I don't know, maybe.
But, well, that's the gray man.
So we both have stories today. I don't know your story, but you did mention that it does have to do
Oh, it sure does.
the gray man. So I'm thinking we break the mold and you go first today with your experience, and then I'll finish off with my friends.
If you're sure.
Yeah.
So this is a story from my friend A.
Okay.
A and I met when I was working at a large theme park.
For Charles Entertainment Cheese.
For his sophisticated older brother. Yes. So I made friends from across like the states, you know.
Yeah.
Because that's like the nature of what you do.
Yeah. Sometimes across the world, right?
100% across the world.
Yeah.
Which is, spoiler alert, where my international story is coming from on our next international episode. So A is a very good friend of mine I've known for a couple of years now. And in 2024, I believe, was Hurricane Helene.
I can't keep track of any of them.
I think it was 2024.
I lived through Isabel and I couldn't tell you what year it was.
It's so fair, dog. Yeah, so it's 2024. Hurricane Helene hit South Carolina, and the outer bands hit Pawley's Island. Now, I have a friend who admittedly does not live on Pawley's Island. They are not full year resident or year-round resident, but they live in Charleston, which, from my understanding, is only about an hour away.
Okay. Pretty close.
Not very far.
Yeah.
And I do know that people, because I have family there, people who don't live on Pawley's Island, like, it is a resort. So, like, people go to do things.
Yeah.
So
Go admire the hammocks.
yeah, the fisherman's net. I've heard there's a really damn good ice cream place on Pawley's Island too. So
I'd drive an hour for some good ice cream.
good ice cream, right?
Yeah.
I'll let you know when I visit.
Okay.
So
Sorry, this is not important. Do we know if there's like a ferry or a bridge to the
there's a
island?
ferry.
Okay.
From
I'm just curious.
My understanding that it's a ferry, maybe both, but just for funsies. But I think it is a ferry.
Okay.
Again, I have never been. So A is visiting the island shortly before Helene has made landfall.
I already like where this is going.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. I also should preface that when I knew that I was doing this story, I reached out to them. Like, once I figured out I wanted to do the Gray Man, I was like, hey, have you ever heard? Because my,
you
Tennessee episode.
You had already picked it beforehand?
Yes, I did not know the story. This
Oh,
is
I love
serendipitous.
this. Love that.
So I reached out to them and I was like, hey, do you know about this story? Like, can you give me just kind of like an insider's perspective? And they were like, hold my beer. They called me.
Incredible.
We had like a full phone call about this. It was insane. So we started talking, and A is visiting the island, and a lot of times people will just go for the beach.
Yeah.
Like, it's just a good beach. And they said that they were sitting on the beach and that it was like bright and sunny, and all of a sudden everything got really still.
Ooh.
Which, being where we are geographically, if everything gets still outside, I'm running. That is a tornado.
Still is not a word that I would ever associate with the beach.
Right.
That's constant motion.
Correct. That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
And they were like, things got eerily still.
Ooh.
And
Were they alone?
They were alone. So, and I remember the way that they were telling me about this, they were like, I sat there for a minute thinking it was like they joked about it. They were like, I thought it was glitch in the Matrix. Like,
Okay,
truly,
fair.
you know what I mean? They
Yeah.
were like, it'll go back to normal. Did not go back to normal. They said that they remember they're sitting down, just kind of like out at ocean.
Yeah, facing the
staring at
water.
the ocean.
Yeah.
And everything goes still. And they said that they remembered waiting a couple of seconds for it to like resume, you know, like maybe the world just took a breath, it took a pause. Mm-hmm. And they were like, this is not changing and this feels weird. Mm-hmm. And they said they just got this gut feeling of, I cannot be here.
Oh.
You know?
Yeah.
Like, do you ever just get those feelings where you're like...
This is putting the gray man in a new perspective. He's less cozy feeling.
Well, so, and we can talk about this again once I finish, but I don't think that it was the gray man.
Oh,
I think that it was like the vibes of...
The storm?
The storm.
Mm. Now, I will say that photo that you showed me, not cozy.
No, it was not.
Latricia's photo, not cozy.
Not cozy. Nope.
Creepy vibes.
Arguably the photo from the news channel.
That one at least was like from the side and in motion.
Yes.
But like just a man staring at you, facing you. Mm-hmm. Creepy.
Get ready.
But at least you're going to take him seriously, I guess.
Oh, yeah. So, A, knows the story of the gray man. Mm-hmm. Knows what's happening.
Okay, like, I was going to ask, did they know beforehand?
Know.
Okay.
They knew the story. Like, it has permeated outside of...
Like the mainland.
It's hit the mainland. People in the mainland know. My family knows. Like, I asked. I was like, hey, have you guys heard this story? Mm-hmm. So, they're sitting there. They get this overwhelming feeling of, like, I need to not be here. I need to leave. And they said that they stood up and they turned around and, like, 50 yards away.
Okay.
They encountered what they call the gray man.
That's pretty far away.
Yeah. Ugh. Like, head on.
Just, like, behind them.
Yes.
150 feet away.
Essentially.
Okay.
Which I have come to learn 150
feet
feet is not as far as you think it is.
Not when it's just a strange man staring at you. No. It's not.
Nope. So just staring.
And like between you and presumably like your car and the rest of the world.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I will say, and I failed to mention this, they had walked down the beach. So in theory, there was some sideways that they could do.
Yeah, but like,
but still,
if this were not an omen, you know, and if this were like a real man and you couldn't tell that it wasn't,
still in between them.
If he took off running towards you, you have nowhere to go but water.
But water, exactly.
Yeah.
Yes. No. Spooky.
Okay.
Spooky. So A freezes, petrified, like stuck to the ground.
Yeah.
But knows what this could be.
Uh-huh.
And at first, they were like, I was freaked out because I thought it was someone. Mm-hmm. And then they were like, and then I freaked out when I realized it was not someone.
Mm-hmm. 2 different levels of scary.
Correct. Yeah. And so they were like, and knowing the story, I just said, thank you. Mm-hmm. They were like, it was like, that was my fight or flight response.
Noted.
Yeah, literally.
Good day.
They were like, that was my fight or flight response, was to be like, I have heard that you are friendly. And that you are here to presumably try to keep me safe.
Yeah.
So, thank you. So, A says thank you and starts fucking crab sidestepping. And those were their words, not mine. They were like, I was sidestepping and I was watching. I can only imagine it's like the Weeping Angels from Doctor Who, where it's like you can't close your eyes or they're gonna like be next to you and you're gonna die.
Just like imagining like, don't be suspicious.
Don't be suspicious. Literally. But A said that they walked a significant portion backwards. Just like,
oh, absolutely.
Locked on.
Yeah, I would not
turn my back.
glancing away.
No.
So did they see him disappear?
No. They got to the point where you've been to the beach.
Yeah, like
there's like the wood
you said there's
steps.
Dunes, right?
There were dunes, but in the middle, like there's like the wood steps and
yeah.
the boardwalk almost, I guess.
Yeah.
So they got to like a point like that, like at the bottom, and hit wood.
And just like lost sight of him.
And then they got to the bottom and they were like, I ran. Oh, gone. Bolted.
Okay, I don't blame them for that.
No, literally.
Here's a question. I wonder how, like, so presumably especially if this is like a popular tourist place, lots of people on the beach every day. How do you think he chooses who to show himself? Like, who to warn?
No idea.
Especially if this is like a protective thing and like whoever he does warn, their house will be protected.
Yeah.
He can't show himself to everybody. How's he picking?
I have no idea.
Is it just first come, first serve once he figures out there's a storm coming?
I have no idea because also A lives on the mainland.
Yeah.
So like I have no idea.
Did they tell anybody before they left?
I didn't ask. I wasn't like, are you a good person? Did you warn people? But
It's like coming to the Pelican Inn and be like, I saw the omen.
literally ringing the bell. But then literally like a few days later, they started a warning of Hurricane Helene.
And that was a really bad one, right?
Yeah.
Because I remember the names. I remember that one, and I remember the F one that you said.
Florence. Hurricane Florence.
Yeah.
In 2018. So again, A lives on the mainland. Mm-hmm. So they were like getting the fuck out of Dodge, like going home.
Yeah. And this, not trying to drag A or anything. Like, if I saw a ghost stare at me for a while, I would also be spooked and
Right.
run. Yeah.
No, I did not question them at all.
No.
I was like, dog, I would have peed my pants. Like,
Yeah.
I would have been like,
Especially, like, you don't live there and you don't know anybody. Like, I would not be running around being like, I saw a ghost.
Literally.
Like, I don't know who's going to believe me.
right, because at that point you're just a fucking crazy person.
Yeah.
And you'd think with 130-ish year-round residents,
Somebody's going to see it.
well, but they would know.
Yeah.
Like, they would know you're an outsider.
Yeah.
Like, I would like to think that I would know all 130
well,
people
and
that
you
lived
know,
on my island.
People are stupid, and you know that people show up and then are like, I saw the
him.
gray man.
Yeah,
you know,
100%.
so you
Which
can't
is-
listen to everybody who says it, because otherwise you'd just be evacuating year round.
Like, all the time, yeah.
Yeah.
No, but it's spooky.
Yeah.
Spooky. And I wish I could recreate the noise that A made when I was like, hey, do you know about the gray man? Like, I wish I could tell you. I genuinely wish I could
That's so wild
recreate it.
that you picked it, because I thought that when you said that your story had to do with your subject today, I assumed that like they had told you this when you were working together, and so then you were like, oh, I know somebody who has a story, and I'll just research that.
Yeah, no.
No, that's so weird.
It was wild. Even though Mr. Charles A. Cheese, his older brother, is also very haunted.
Yeah,
And we'll tell those stories at some point.
people dump their loved ones' ashes, and then that'll do it.
And you know exactly where I worked. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, dog.
Wild. Okay.
So.
Okay, cool. Well, thank you, A, for sharing your story.
Yeah, sorry you had to go through that.
Yeah. Glad you're okay. And then it was a chill ghost, all things considered.
All things considered,
Better-
and then a hurricane.
Better than Aaron's story. Like, nothing's ever going to top that.
Literally, I cannot. God bless Aaron. I know he's listening.
Hi.
God bless.
Okay. So I have a story as well
I'm ready.
from my friend Aurora,
We love these A names.
who now lives in Kentucky but grew up in South Carolina.
Incredible.
She told me this years ago. I presume everything in here is what she told me. I have not read it yet. We're going to go on this journey of self-discovery again, because I like organic reactions.
No, and it's honestly one of my favorite things that we do.
I do this every time. Okay, so trigger warning though, up front, there is somebody involved here who did commit suicide.
Okay.
So just be aware that that is within the context of this story.
Okay. It's probably a good thing that I went first then.
Yeah. So Aurora says, my paternal grandfather died tragically after taking his own life when I was 14. I believe the trauma from his cause of death is a contributing factor in the following events.
Okay.
A year after my grandfather passed, I became close with a girl in my class. We'll call her Sally. I have had experiences of clairsentience throughout my life where I felt presences I couldn't explain. I could feel if there were a masculine or feminine entity and could sometimes feel malevolence or a lack thereof, which feels useful. When I opened up to Sally about these experiences, she confided in me that she saw shadow figures. After that, we pretty much became inseparable. I feel like that would do it.
Yep.
We bond and we don't even have that kind of stuff. If
No,
you found
literally.
somebody else who did, then I would imagine that's a good common ground.
Right. That's the least it takes.
Yeah. She felt comfort from me when she saw these figures lurking around corners at school and in our homes, and I felt comfort from the validation she gave me from confirming when I knew there was a spirit in the room. Yeah, that's gotta be.
Yeah, because I
Like
mean,
a whole
imagine feeling
new-
like unhinged all the time.
Yeah.
And then another person is able to, what I would assume is independently validate.
Yeah. That's
Which-
gotta be so affirming.
Yeah.
Okay. I would feel something, and when I looked at her, it was clear she saw it. Our intuition grew in strength when we were together, and we forged a friendship and the combined, I'm so glad I'm not crazy feeling. Yeah,
That'll do it.
Yeah. And there's something to say about that, too, because when we were doing the boards in college, I feel like what'd she call it? Clairsentience? I
Yeah.
feel like I had some of that like when we were doing boards, and when we stopped doing it and like hanging out a bunch, then I lost that ability.
I wonder if it's just the like a thing that's like practice or you lose your skill.
Yeah,
you know,
for sure. And like when you're around that energy so much, then you're picking it up.
And of course, even the subtle shifts.
Yeah. Okay. I met Sally after the passing of my grandfather, and I had no interest in reliving that traumatic day. Sally didn't know my grandfather, she didn't know he was dead, and she didn't know how he died. One day, when we were coming home from driving around, I had my learner's permit at the time.
Cute.
I felt an intense presence coming from a specific direction in our yard. Sally instantly said, "Go inside, unlock the door right now," and with urgency pushed me to the entrance of my home.
Nope.
After we were safely inside, she said, "There's someone in your dad's truck. I swear I saw someone, not a shadow, a person." We lived in a neighborhood that had regular break-ins, and my dad's truck was a frequent target due to the expensive tools he kept inside. So I thought that someone was inside my dad's truck looking for items to steal. I went and got my dad to look around, and when he came back inside, he confirmed that the truck was still locked, nothing was missing, and he didn't see anyone outside. That's like, ugh. And like, if she has experience seeing shadow people all the time, then presumably she can tell when somebody's like a shadow. I'm lucky enough.
Believe her.
I'm lucky enough that I have never seen a shadow person, but I can imagine that a shadow person is easily distinguishable from a human.
Yeah, you'd think.
Okay. Sally was so worked up and insisted she saw someone. I started asking her what the man looked like, and she described a man with reddish hair, glasses, and looked quite large, even though she thought she saw him sitting down in the truck. As the description of the man started to click for me, I slowly led her to my computer and pulled up a picture of my grandfather. She immediately crumbled into tears. Overwhelmed, she just repeated, "I don't understand. Who is that? Where did he go? What are you saying?" in a panicked voice. I was
going to say, I just got chills.
Oh my God. It felt clear to me at that point that it was Papa's presence appearing to her. My dad and grandfather frequently worked together, so it made sense to me why he would be in my dad's truck.
That's what I was going to ask. I was going to be like, was that the grandfather's truck that the dad now has? Or like, why would he be in there? But it makes sense, like, if they were working together.
And I do know, she didn't put this in here. I do know that they lived on the same street.
Oh.
Yeah.
Damn, okay.
Context for the next half of this story. My mom is an elementary school teacher. She had recently brought home a rocking chair she was keeping in her classroom. She said she brought it home because, quote, "The kids said it felt weird. They won't sit in it, and I don't want it taking up space in the classroom."
So you bring this weird thing that feels weird to a bunch of impressionable children, whom I might add. Okay, there's the thing to be said about, like, dogs and babies.
What?
But, so, like, dogs are a really good judge of character, and so are children.
Okay.
So it's like, to me, it's like, if these children are like, "Nah, dog, something's fucked about that chair. Mm-hmm. I'm not bringing that into my home."
Yeah, but also I can understand that if you're working with these kids every day, they're saying weird shit all the time.
Actually, you're probably so right.
Like, they've probably just, coined the cheese touch for the chair, and it's just something that they have made up, I can't blame her for that.
That's so fair. But I don't know. I think independently, I'm a little, like, sussed out.
No, for sure. Okay. So, a couple months after the incident with Sally, my parents were states away from my dad's cancer follow-up appointment. Over 20 years cancer-free now, no worries.
Congratulations. Mm-hmm. I was going to say casual lore drop.
Mm-hmm. My older brother was living in a rental house my parents owned next door, and I was able to drive myself to school and back, so my parents let me stay at home by myself.
Nope, not with that rocking chair.
After they left, just wait.
Fuck.
After they left, my dog started waking me up in the middle of the night barking.
Dude, I just told you, dogs and babies.
Mm-hmm. Something to note about my dog is that she never barked. She was the quietest dog I've ever had. The first night, I jumped out of bed and walked the house, thinking someone had broken in, but found no one. The second night, I calmed her down and went back to sleep. The third night, I finally realized that she was barking at my closet. Hackles raised, barking, all very out of character for her.
Nope.
Again, I calmed her down and went back to sleep.
Absolutely not. I'm jumping out the window.
Like sleeping on the couch in the living room.
Literally. Not even. I would be going to the rental house that my brother is in next door. Like,
just going to a friend's house. Yeah. Screw it. The next day, I tore through my closet, praying I would find evidence of rodents or something else mundane that would alert her in the middle of the night like that. I found nothing. She didn't bark in the middle of the night again after that. But a few nights later, I was coming home from my boyfriend's house, and things just felt off.
Nope.
My house felt like it had goosebumps, if that makes any sense. Ooh. Ooh, I don't like that. Okay.
Yeah, eventually we're going to have to do this podcast on video because the faces that we make half the time are insane.
Okay. I carefully kept walking through the house until I got to my bedroom, where I found... Oh, I forgot about this.
Oh, no.
Oh, Aurora. Okay. I carefully kept walking through the house until I got to my bedroom, where I found the rocking chair sitting at the entrance of my closet.
Absolutely fucking not.
I immediately started crying and called my brother. I demanded that he tell me if he was pranking me and if he had been in the house that day. We don't really have a pranking type of sibling relationship, with him being basically another parent at 9 years my senior, but I was desperate to explain how the chair ended up in my room when my parents were a 15-hour drive away. He swore that he didn't do anything. I have goosebumps. Okay. After that, I turned to the internet, specifically Reddit,
Of
LOL,
course.
and asked what to do.
As one does.
I wasn't sure how I knew, but I knew it was Papa. The kind strangers on the internet suggested maybe if you know who it is, if they knew they were scaring you, they would stop. So one night...
Can you imagine? Hang on. I'm so sorry. First of all, I'm assuming that they had the kind of relationship where, like, he was not an absent grandparent. And, like, I'm just going to use this in the context of, like, my own grandparents, like my grandfather specifically. It would absolutely make sense to me that my grandfather would put a rocking chair in my room, regardless of age. Because that is, like, and I will say that this man has never haunted me once in my life. I don't think. We talk quite frequently, you know, but if all of a sudden, like, obviously given that both of my parents are alive, if a rocking chair showed up in my room, I would assume that it was my grandfather. And there is something to be said as the ghost who is presumably just, like, watching over the child or watching over Aurora.
Well, that is a good point, because if the rocking chair was in front of the closet where the dog was freaking out, then maybe they're, like, guarding the closet door from Aurora, or, like, guarding Aurora from whatever is in the closet.
Right.
You know?
So if the rocking chair is there's something to be said for the ghost as, like, I'm going to sit here, I'm going to read. Because children are often read to in rocking chairs. Like, that is the trope there.
Yeah.
But then there's something to be said for Reddit, and Reddit doesn't often do good things, but this I think is good. Being like, hey, if you feel like it's your grandfather, maybe just be like, hey, dude, hey, Pap, or hey, Papa, I guess is how she's saying it. Hey, Papa, this is really bothering me. Like, and I would assume that as the grandfather, if that is who it is, that would be like a reason to stop, you know?
Yeah. I cannot speak here nor there about their relationship, but I do like where your head is going.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm just freaked out, and I think I'm trying to find a not crazy reason.
My question is, Aurora, you need to, you know what? Hang on. Okay, so this is going to be a really weird cut for the recording, but I just hung up and called Aurora super quickly. just for a really quick question, just to ask if the rocking chair was in her room.
Right.
Prior to
because, like, was it like a whole house move, or was it just like a few feet?
Yeah, like if it moved, like, from the corner of the room to the in front of the closet door, you know, that's still spooky. No, it was in the living room. It moved across the house and into her room.
Absolutely not.
With nobody else there.
No.
Okay.
Nope, absolutely not.
Okay. Almost done. We're almost to the end. Oh my god. Okay.
Also, Aurora, I'm so sorry you're gonna have to relive this on the podcast.
Yeah. Thank you for submitting. I love you. Okay, so the people on Reddit said if you know who it is and if they know that they're scaring you, they might stop.
Yeah, totally.
So one night I went into my bedroom, speaking towards my closet, and said, I don't know for sure who this is or if anyone is in here with me, but you're scaring me. You're scaring my dog, so please, I would rather you move on and leave me alone. If you're Papa, I just want you to know that I forgive you and I love you. I want you to move on.
I've literally got goosebumps, like, to my toes.
After that, I had no other experiences in that house. I never felt anything, and Sally never even saw a shadow in our house again. That's it.
Dog, that was Papa.
Isn't that wild?
That's crazy.
Yeah.
But also, can you imagine? So that's like the spirit was encroaching. And so part of me is like, okay, and this is going to sound weird, but like if Aurora hadn't gone to Reddit and hadn't done what I presume is put a stop to it,
Yeah.
how much closer was it going to get?
Like,
what
just
was going to
kept like
happen
spiraling
next?
out, like getting more scared every night, and then it would just get worse and worse.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe. I mean, maybe if she
Ugh.
got scared enough, then he would like realize that he was scaring her.
Yeah, but like, I don't know, man.
I don't know. Spooky.
Spooky scary. Damn. Ugh.
I don't know where to go from there.
Yeah.
It's just I remember her telling me that years ago with the rocking chair and being like,
Yeah, no.
okay,
Absolutely not.
Okay. Cool.
Absolutely not. I'm glad that they don't live in that house anymore.
Actually, her parents might. I don't know.
Oh, I don't know. We'll
I think
find
they
that
do.
out.
Actually, scratch that. I'm pretty sure her parents do.
Still live in that house?
Yeah.
Crazy.
Well, that's it for our experiences today.
Yeah. And speaking of with submissions, so at this point, I think we have exhausted all of our friends and family
Yeah, basically.
and been like, hey, give us everything you have. So if you guys want to keep hearing user submitted, stories from these states, then submit things, please. Submit any experience you have. Even if it's for a state we've already done, we can always do a revisit.
Listen, I have 4 books right now on. I scratched that. I have 4 books from the library. I have like 3 books that family members have given me for Christmas about Kentucky ghosts.
Literally, I have so many from Kentucky. So submit. At this point, though, moving forward, unless we have a specific submission from like a friend or a family member or something comes in, we will be transitioning just to
researched stories.
yes, from places.
Yeah.
So
We hate to do it, but we'd rather keep doing the podcast than canceling because one thing hasn't taken off.
correct, yeah. So, and it's still just as fun sitting here and talking about these research stories.
Oh yeah,
So,
I love doing the research too.
absolutely, it's like one of those like when you start reading for fun again. like
For
you know what I
sure.
mean?
No, absolutely.
Yeah, I will say though, my library does a wrapped.
Okay.
Like basically, like these are the things you've checked out. And my library search history recently has been whack, dog. It's been insane. Shout out to my local library. I love
Amen.
you. Support your local libraries, friends. Get a
Yeah.
library card.
Yeah.
Well, this has been real. It's been fun.
And it's been real fun.
It has been real fun. It's also been several shades of gray.
Boo.
No, hush. You love me. I've returned. Next week, I am taking off again
Yeah, probably.
because it is, for those of you in the arts, it is Tech Week, and I will be lucky to be alive. Yeah. So, hate to do it to you, but you are in Aaron and Jordan's very capable hands.
And speaking of loving the research, I think Erin has caught the bug. 'Cause I don't know what she has researched, but she has told me she's very excited to
That's
talk about it.
exciting.
So
We love that. And honestly, if you guys want to hear Aaron as a regular guest,
yeah,
let us know. We love Aaron.
Yeah,
So
we could get a third microphone.
we
Make
could
it
absolutely get a third microphone.
Menage a trois.
Honestly, of all the people in my life, it would be you and Aaron.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I feel like people already think that, but
We won't go there.
awesome. Well,
All right. Well, follow us on our social medias.
absolutely.
We will get that picture of the gray man posted
Yes.
with this episode.
Maybe a few pictures. I've got a couple.
We could do that. Yeah.
So, all
And
right.
As always, you can find us on our website, www.egagspodcast.com, which is also our social media handle, and our email, egagspodcast@gmail.com, if you want to talk spooky or send us any stories.
Absolutely. And with that, remember, everybody's got a ghost story.
What's yours?